Hey everybody, I'm that girl Goddess, and I want to talk to a lot of women about their choices in men. But first, I'm gonna start off with about men. A lot of men nowadays are on the internet and they complaining about women, complaining about women. And I look at people, I look at these men, and I say, why are you mad she did you wrong? Okay? It's a lot of good women in the world. I'm not going to say they're the majority. If it's 100 women, only 30% is probably a good woman. The others just going to appear as an angel of light. Just as Satan can appear as an angel of light, so can his children. And a lot of you females, these men be so up to the point. I want somebody who can smack it down, flip it, rub it, do this, that, neck, face, but and a lot of times these people, females, have been doing this since childhood. A lot of these females have took oaths with the enemy from childhood, was reincarnated demons, and brought into places where they can be trained to be just that, evil. A lot of you men find these females, when you find them, you be like, oh yeah, she was smoking. Okay, smoke demon. Delusional, because that's what that when you once you get high, you're delusional. You're not in your right mind. You're not sober minded. You're not thinking straight. You laughing at stuff that's really not even there. And talking about it's deep. It ain't deep. Your mind is taking you on a trip, a demonic trip, even if it doesn't appear like evil. And it's attacking your thinking cells, your brain cells, your sense to rationale. To rationale. I probably didn't say pronounce that right. But you went and found that there. You go to one of these houses where these girls are being sex trafficked. You looking at motorcycle clubs, the bar scene, and they dress half their cheeks is out, bodycon dresses, a piece of a top, a piece of something wrapped around their hips. Some of them in fishnet jumpsuits completely with a thong on and a couple pasties on their boobs. And you chose that. Well, you went to the strip club and you want to walk around and believe you so great, you're the only one. They have good intentions. Unless God guided you to them, no. Did you pray and ask God, was that your wife? No. Did you look for any character in this person? No. She in the hood. She doing this and this. She don't even know God. She don't go to church. She don't have no morals. You somebody, she chill. She like me. Yeah, but look how you act. Then you mad. You walk around mad when she get with your homeboy, your cousin, your bestie. You mad then. And then want to take it out on all females. But the Bible tell us, be angry, but sin not. But when you become angry, you have to look into why this happened, what doors you had open. Yes, I'm talking to you men. You up under the Most High like everybody else, whether you saved or unsaved. He's still gonna have the final word. But then you trying to show those who ain't saved, oh, I don't need him, and those who are saved, you full of pride. He say, flee fornication to the saved ones. What do? Go out there and do that. And the enemy's just laughing. Yes, the devil's laughing. Because he know that when we receive our blessings, they come down to a portal that's designed just for us, just to enter us. Okay? Everything we see, whether it's mental, emotional, whether it's growth, emotional maturity, blessings, they all come down your portal. And they come down. But when you're intimate, you make an entryway for the enemy and all his evil to come through. And when you start seeing them, the enemy operate, come in as a flood, as to saying, you saying the Spirit of the Lord will rise up a standard. He sure would. Once you get yourself together, once you recognize what you did out of order, Once you start paying the cost for some of this stuff you did, and when he see you finally humbling yourself with some understanding and growth, yeah, he'll raise up a standard, but he didn't say he's going to do it immediately. It may take 5, 6, 7 years because some of y'all slow. And you get with one female and you going through, then you rush jumping from the frying pan into the fire and get with somebody else. And you going on the same ground. So he's going to make you begin to understand this strange woman. Then you want to sit there act like you got all this money. You out here in these streets. You ain't got no money because the enemy going to take every penny of it back and circulate it back into his kingdom. If you want to get right with God and get blessed, he going to take all of it. So when you come out of jail and see everything missing and you lost everything because it was never yours. The devil didn't come to make you rich and not add sorrow. He didn't come not to make a fool out of you. And all his devices. Okay, when these females telling you how far they can swallow and how they can dip it low and need another female. Most of the time when a female comes to you and they need another female, they are already gay. Okay, and despite unpopular belief, most people that claim to be in the alphabet crew and as gay or homosexual, and I'm not saying nothing negative about them in that sense, because you can be what you want to be. I just have to respect your space like you need to respect mine. But they sleep with the opposite sex, most of them. Okay? They sleep with the opposite gender on an intimate level. So they dipping. They not faithful. How you think a lot of these females that are lesbians get pregnant? All of them ain't going for no artificial insemination because all of them can't afford it. Vast majority can't. And I know these crews because I have so many friends that are in the alphabet crew and they respect me highly because I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't come in to judge. I just tell them it is what it is. If you doing this, it's blah, da, 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 da. You do you, I do me. We all have our portion of sin, quote, quote. You do you. That's your, God got to deliver you from different things than he delivering me from. But it's all a trap. Okay? If it's not going according to how God is, a trap. When these females, oh, y'all got this girl, she got a girl. Ha, 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 ha. Then you start finding out, first of all, you ain't the only man. And when you get with that one, everybody she had before you is still with her in that spirit realm. All these devils, they connect together. They are united. They finna take you on a trip. You think you can change. You think you got the best of both worlds. Then you find out everybody in the enemy's kingdom has a price tag on their head. Some people you be involved with, they're going to give you STDs. Others, you're going to go to jail. Others, you're going to get a habit. Others, you're going to get into traumatic situation, maybe even get shot or unalive. Or you're going to get a baby mama that ain't going to let you see your child to come up and rake up all this child support. And the child, even if you pay it, you can't see your child. And the child still don't have what they need. And they crazy. And they got a crew every time you say something to them. You can't call the police because you start noticing and being spiritually enlightened that the enemy come in as a flood and you go under great attack. Then you get scared. Then you give up. Then they attack your job. You try to make things right. You try to get custody of kids and you get to losing your job. And what happened? You're on the enemy's kingdom. When you was intimate with that person, you told Satan that I'm going to pay the cost you put on their head. Because if you read the Bible, say they go a whoring because they have a pimp. And that's Satan. And you going to pay that cost. And he going to come after you. And you ain't standing upright no way. Then you want to have an attitude. It's all females. No, it's not all females. It's your bad choices. Okay? It's your bad choices. Everybody want to blame somebody else, but when you become a real man, you're going to say, you know what? I was out of order. This wasn't right in the beginning. You're going to get on your knees and then you're going to start taking up wellings, which is to sit there and read one scripture is probably 1,100 times. Yes. And you're going to start doing things the right way. You're going to separate from them peoples. You're going to pray and fast to get those blessings that God had already put into you and cry out. Not go sit and have an attitude. Then you get with some female and she's a nice one. You praying God deliver you and you meet somebody nice. Oh no, you got to jump in and be intimate with them. And God say flee fornication. It's still sin, but this is a good person. And she trying to help you through because you lost everything. And this is what a lot of foolish, ignorant men do. They start abusing their destiny helper. They start abusing that good woman. Soon as they get on their feet, they want to leave and treat them like dirt and been made kids and don't want to do right and have an attitude. How you going to have an attitude as someone who was good to you? Then you wonder why God really take out his belt and start whooping your behind. Because there's no need. If a female's the weaker vessel, oh, that was really manly of you to sit there and fight something that was considered weaker than you. Then you want to take down someone that was good to you. You want to come up in crazy stuff around. Oh, I don't want to ever get married. Then why are you playing with that good person? You just as bad as that snake that came into your life that you invited in. You want to play this role before God, that you want to do the right thing and want something good. Yeah, they pray for good women. The devil don't want nothing bad either. And they tear them down. Then the female is traumatized and scared and afraid of men. And she go into that life not knowing where it's going to take them. Then gave up and have a hard way to get back right. Because you come in their life, the devil, full of your demons, talking about you mad. Anger ain't nothing but unresolved hurt. Your ego is bruised because those females who played you made you look stupid as you were. You should trust God's word no matter what. If you don't know it, you need to get to know it. Stop believing all these fake mega pastors, because they didn't come to bless you. They come to appear as an angel of light. When people try to tell you the right thing and God will send people to you, you need to leave that person out. Nah, you don't know what they do to me. And you're only talking about X. Nothing that's a foundation. Then you out here wide open, enemy swinging. Then you want to take it out on something weaker than you. If you was a man, you'll fight your equal. A female's only your equal in love when you're married. But if you're going out to cause damage to a female, why don't you fight that enemy and get right with God? Yes, this is a rebuke. Okay? I'm going to put it right there on the table. It's a rebuke. Because so many of these men are so cowardly, they want to fight a female. And the female asking, well, are you cheating? You don't want to admit you out there being a dog like the females that you was prior to them was. But you want to put them in that bondage. Why? Because you're evil. You don't want to get married to them and keep them honorable, even though they did good by you and was a blessing and honorable before you. You want to treat them like they dirt because you want to get back. Get back at who? Go back to the priors who hurt you. And that's why I tell a lot of females, don't deal with a lot of men that's unhealed. If they going to the club every night, every day, guess what? They ain't right. They ain't healed. They still searching for something. They think they can overthrow Satan. They think they can change this witch. She got witchcraft on them. And trust me, when them curses come upon that person, if you being involved, they can jump off on you. If you hanging out with them, they can jump off on you. You got to be careful of your company. And then a lot of people full of pride. They don't admit that they the one that's messed up. And they take it out on you. And I'm sending this out to the men, but females, I want you to listen too. To see so you can gain some knowledge of what's really going on. Then you wonder why you gain stock, females. Because these men open these doors and these devils don't want you to help deliver that man, okay? Or help him get right or get back on his feet. So they're going to fight you. But then you ain't supposed to be intimate no way because the Bible, the word of God say, flee fornication. And he said he's sending fornicators to hell. You can't keep opening doors to the enemy. And the enemy got gifts too. This man coming and he talking to you because you only one being nice, but he's still sneaking off in the street. Don't know how to act when he's treated with love. And he coming in just to do a whole bunch of foul stuff. Then you look up. You get an STD. And the only guy allowed you this is so you can know he's not being true. Or he didn't go take care of his body. Because they want to sit up and lie. And think you're so stupid. But they want to fool the very person God sent to be a blessing in their life. But when God sent you to be a blessing, he didn't send you just to open your legs just because he nice to you. Y'all got to learn how to date. And yeah, they going to run. They ain't through yet. You got to wait till God make them hit rock bottom. And then ask God what he wants you to do. People have to be reconditioned even if they're saved. Even you can't give too much. You got to guard your heart, guard yourself. You're a sheep. God is guarding you. But when you step outside of the fence that God put around you, you open yourself up to them wolves. To them bears, lions, and beasts, and monsters, demons, devils. You got to stay in your place too. And I tell men, if I ain't married to you, I don't want to be into it. I make an ugly girlfriend and a beautiful wife. Some people don't even gonna want to respect that. They think I'm supposed to get happy because, yeah, I'm married. Yeah. They think I'm supposed to get happy because they think it's telling me I look good and they want to touch me. Baby, if I was the ugliest female in the world, if you're not going to treat me with honor and love and respect the same way I'm going to treat you, you the ugliest thing that ever walked into my life. And I'd rather see you going than coming. We call them diamondback snakes. Okay? They got a design, and they skin is designed and it's beautiful. And I say, yeah, a diamondback. You rather see them going than coming. Because when they turn around, they ain't nothing but a snake. No, I'm not happy just for somebody want to alleviate their body because I ain't had none. Boy, bye. Come back to me when you talk like a man. Because the main tool the enemy uses against you is intimacy. He wants you to open them doors to sin. Because the wages of sin is death. He come to kill, steal, and destroy. And people talk about the devil so much. The devil is only a test from God to see if you're going to be obedient to him. If you're going to trust him. And is trusting God easy? No, trusting ain't easy for nobody. But it gets easier when you do things his way and he can introduce himself to you. A lot of y'all are babes out here. And you know how babes are? Babes are the ones who's constantly gossiping, lying, keeping confusion going. I don't care if you know the word back and forth. You may know how to requote it back and forth, but you don't understand. And then God hadn't had a chance to put out some revelation to you. You haven't established wisdom. You don't know the importance of not just knowing the word, because knowledge is power. But if you don't have no understanding and wisdom, which are the principal things, you don't have nothing. And God didn't put everything in the book. He come with wisdom, but his wisdom will work that word. See, when people come with new things and strange revelation, I sit there first, I go to God. And then he'll start showing you their loopholes and how they twisting it and how they lying. A man would just want to get with you, but he can't court you. He can't take you out. And I ain't saying those weird females that he found that they went and brought their friends to their birthday party and was stupid enough to tell they man or you, oh, you going to pay all of their bills. First of all, it's something wrong with a female. They ain't come to celebrate. If they going to go to a dinner, then they supposed to have their money. Ain't no freebies. That man don't owe you nothing. But when that man start paying their bills, then later on sneak around that female and she's talking, oh, he a good man. He done did this to me. And he snatched. You deserve that. And I bet you that female that you was arguing at that man to pay for that dinner, I bet you she won't even allow you around and stop speaking to you. Because they ain't as dumb as you. This is just a public announcement to how a lot of men are out here trauma bonding people, hurting females, abusive to females. Women, it's not your job to provide for a man. I don't care if Pookie and Ray Ray just came out of prison. You know, the sad thing about it is if they got tested and went to some of these plasma center or blood banks to get money, and it proves that they don't have no incurable, they should be allowed to donate. A lot of people don't want to hire them because a lot of them come out, they're not done yet. People don't want to mess on their job sites. But God is watching. He'll open that door for them once they done. They go around toxic people with something they ain't supposed to be doing. They not done yet. I know. I've been in that position. I've been hurt. Okay. Recognize I was a fool because I was a good person to someone who wasn't done. And I'm not necessarily talking about current. I'm just talking about in life in general. And when you learn these things, it hasn't made me bitter because I still continue and I'm continuing to be a wife. Okay? Because God sent me on a mission. I just got to pray and let him order my steps. I know my Father can do all things. I know he didn't come to hurt me. I was guided to who to marry. Okay? And even though we're soulmates, as people like to say, if they unhealed, you still gonna go through a little bit. But if God said this, he gonna work it out in the end. All I'm telling a lot of these men, you need to change. You meet someone different, they being good to you, treat that person right. Stop trying to just get some. Try to get to know that person. Because what's going on down there ain't putting nothing up here. Ain't establishing this. And they ain't going to give you no heat later because you have established person that is perfect for you. Because whoever God chooses for you is perfect for you. You need to lay out and ask God to heal you and recognize what you did wrong. The reason a lot of people don't heal because they don't admit they was wrong. They don't admit their part. Was it right for someone to just come after you maliciously and you really didn't mean no harm? You were just foolish? No. But didn't he tell you the enemy comes out as a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour? Didn't he tell you about the strange woman in the book of Proverbs? How she go a whoring and her path leads to death and destruction? Didn't he tell you about the weapons out here? They won't prosper if you stand upright. But y'all be blessed. I'm praying these men come to God, heal, and go through the right process in Jesus' name. I'm praying these females listen to the voice of God and let God order your step. And you too change because you went and met that foul person. Now you want to be all cray cray. But I got another video for you. But I'm that girl Goddess. You be blessed. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.